probability is wide. It extends in what are called distributions. We have what we call binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, normal distribution, exponential distribution. Now I want to concentrate on binomial have three characteristics. Number one, bi means two. So meaning there are what? Two possible outcomes. Two possible outcomes, a success and a failure, or P and Q. Then events occur independently of each other. Independent of each other. Then also events have an equal chance of occurrence. Occur equally. All right. With binomial, you need to understand how to use a calculator for the combinations. In case you don't have a calculator, you start with 3 ones. 1 plus 1 gets 2. Then here, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 2, 3. Then you close with 1s. And here we have 4. So we're adding this. Here we have 6. Here we have 7. Please send the link to your classmates. Here we have 4. Then you close up. Here what do we have? 5.
5,
10.
10,
10.
10. We
5.
close with 1.
Close with 1. Then here?
6, 15, 20, 15, 6. It goes on and on, but the maximum they'll give you is somewhere there. What does this mean? You're being asked to calculate the combination of 7, combination 3. You start counting. What is 7? 1, 2, 3. The answer is 35. 6, combination 4. You go with the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer is 15. 6 combination 0, any number combination 0 is 1. Any number combination itself is 1. Ask, what is 5 combination 3? Ten.
10. Great. What is a 6 combination 6 combination 6?
It's 1.
Yes, how about 6 combination 1?
6.
Great. How about what is a 4 combination 3?
It's 4.
In number combination, the second last number is itself. 100 combination 99 is 100. Okay. 1 million combination 1999 is 1 million. And number combination 1 is itself. So what is 5 combination 1?
It's 5.
5. All right. So you need to know the computer, which is your calculator. If you're dealing with this, your calculator is the easiest. Go to 5 combination 3. So now arbitrarily, let's use a calculator. Let's get 10 combination 3. Let's see. 10 combination 3, what are you getting?
120.
120.
120. Correct. Then there is a factorial. A factorial means multiplying that number backwards. So what is 5 factorial? Means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. What we get? 120.
120.
120.
All right. So using the calculator,
When we press 5 factorial, should we press shift
you start with
to
5,
get that? Yeah.
shift, then this exclamation mark.
All
That
right.
is the shift,
Thank
then
you.
equals. Okay. So by means 2. The formula for combination is 10x, the p as the x there and the q as the difference there. So if you're given n as 5 and p as 20%, let's find a. Find the probability of x is equal to 0, 1, 2, and 3. And b, find the probability of x at most 2. And finally, find the x at least 2. At least 2. And finally, find the mean, variance, and standard deviation. So to start with, the probability of x is equal to 0. So it's n combination, our n is 5. So 5 combination 0. Then our p is 0. What? 0.2. Meaning the q is a remainder, 0.8. So according to the formula, the 0 comes here. The difference, 5 minus 0, is 5. The top part must always add up to the total there. Okay? Send the link to your classmates. Then we get 5 combination 0 is 1. 0.2 to the power 0 is also 1. What is 0.5? 0.8 to the power 5? What we get? 0. What is 0.8 to the power 5?
0.32.
Mhm.
32768.
76.
3276, yes.
77. The final answer is 0.3277. So let's try 5 combination 1. So 1 comes here. The difference, 5 minus 1 is 4. Are they adding up to 5? Yes. N number combination 1 is that number. N number to the power 1 is that number. So what is 0.8 to the power 4?
0.4096.
0.4096.
4096.
Yes. Then you multiply all the 3, what we get?
0.4096.
This times that times that.
Yes.
0.096.
0.4. Let me see.
Yes, it's the same answer. This you're getting
We're
one.
getting the same answer as
Yes.
0.4096.
Because this time this is one. Yes. Now, if I may ask here, where does the 2 go? This 2, where does it go?
Which one?
This 2 down here goes where? Here. What comes here?
It's 3.
3.
It's 3.
The difference between the 2. Are they adding up to 5? Yes. What is 5 combination 0? 0.2 to the power 2. And 0.8 to the power 3, what do we get?
0.512.
And answer is what? 0.512.
512.
0.512 as the final answer? Or that is 0.8 to the power 3 only?
No. That is 0.8. The final answer is 0.24. 0.2. The final answer is 0.2048.
Okay. 0.2048.
0.048.
Okay, now I want you people to try on your own. 5 combination 3. Find the probability of x is equal to 3. Quickly.
The final answer is 0.0512.
Is that what you got?
Yeah,
0.05? 12.
12. Yeah.
Okay, so capture this so that I go to the next page. So what is the probability x is equal to 0? What did we find? What was the probability x is equal to 1? What was the probability
Huh?
x is equal to 2? And what is the probability x is equal to 3? So 3 we found what? 0.0512. About here x is equal to 2. 2048. And here 8277. Then the first one was what? 0.
That's the one that was 3277.
Yes, 3277.
Then x
Then
is
one.
equal to 1, 0.4096.
4096.
Point 0.
Okay. Four zero 96. Now, what if we are told at most 2? At most means that number and below. So at most 2 means what? Probability x is less or equal to what? To 2. We are talking about starting from 0, 1, and finally what? 2. It's 0.3277 plus 0.4096 and final plus 0.2048. You get the answer here when you sum them up. And it says at least 2. What does at least 2 means? 2 and above. So this is 2 and above. So it means starting from 2 up to what? 5. So 2, a bit of 3, a bit of 4, a bit of 5. Our n is 5. And this will take the whole day. The shortcut is 1 minus the numbers that are not captured from 0. So which numbers are not captured? 0 and what? And 1. So English is very paramount here. When you're told at least 2 and you have 10, it is 2 up to 10. The shortcut is 1 minus what is not captured, 0 and 1. If you're told at most 2, it means 2 and below. It's direct, 0 and 1 and 2. So you need to know when to subtract from 1 and when not to. Where it is more cumbersome. If you have 20 and you're told at most 8, it's very cumbersome to do 8 and below. So you're better off covering what is not captured, which is 9 and 10, and you subtract your total summation from 1. So that's the explanation I'm talking about here. So the probability of 0 is 0.3277. Probability of 1, 4096. And you total them up. All right. Then when we go to the mean is simply n times p. Our sample size was what? 5. Percentage was 0.2. When we add this, we get what? 1. Our variance is NPQ. So this is 5 times 0.2, and our Q is 0.8. And then our answer will be 0.8. And our standard deviation is when we square root the variance. Okay. So what I'm just doing, those that missed our classes, I'm just from teaching what we missed. Now we can go to the revision question. We can now do the revision. So we're going to go to a test that had binomial just recently. The fair test. Vanessa, any questions before I go to the test?
Collins, I joined late. I just wanted to find out, is this the same concept to apply to that question I had asked earlier in the morning?
Exactly, yeah. It's a concept to apply the question you had asked.
Okay. All right.
So you need to identify. So I want you let's go to accept that the test was swapped. You need to identify which one is your P and which one is your Q, so that we can apply what we want to apply right now. So anyone with a test question? Let me just check in your put it on the group. Next question. We failed. It wasn't in the has anyone found the test question? Okay, let me try to broadcast what I have here. Please, let's apply, because the questions are going to come from the tests. Okay. An insurance has a portfolio of policies based on past data. The common estimates that the probability of a claim on any one policy is 0.003. It assumes no policy will generate more than one claim per year. Number one, determine the probability that of more than 40 claims in the portfolio of 100 policies. Determine the approximate of the two-third. Okay. This one was directly question 3 was number 3. This paper was bulky, so I'll share the solutions on the paid up group so that we could go through the solutions. So for you to understand or deduce that this is a binomial, there are two key things that you should take note of. You're always given a sample size and you're given P. This never miss. So suppose that 40% of the students entering a certain university do not complete the degree programs. Okay. So 0.4 do not complete, meaning those that complete or those that get their degree is what? 0.6. What is the probability that out of 6 randomly selected students, more than half will get their degree? So N is what? 6. So now this question was swapped somehow. So there's something that I need to explain. More than half means more than, what is half of? What is half of 6?
3.
3. So probability x is more than what? 3. We're talking about probability of what? 4 plus probability of what? 5 plus probability of what? 6, the last number. So now, here we're dealing with those that get their degrees, not those that do not get their degrees. So you can swap these as well, meaning your P would be 0.6, and your Q is now 0.4, because the question is asking about those that get their degrees. What's the probability x is equal to 4? So this is 6 combination what? 4. Probability of x equal to 5, and the probability of x is equal to what? 6. So 6 combination 4. What is our P this time? 0.6. And what is our Q? 0.4. Here it will be 6 combination what? 5, 0.6, and 0.4. And finally here we have 6 combination what? 6. 0. What? 6. And this is 0.4.
4.
So the 4 comes here, and the difference is what?
Yeah.
2. The 5 comes here, the difference here is what? 1. The 6 comes
1.
here, the difference here is what? The 6 comes here, the difference is 0. So let's find the probabilities here. To find the probabilities, I'm going to mute you and add them up.
Mr. Collins,
Yes, please.
I wanted you to explain a little bit on the logic that you just gave on the opposite. Because I think when I looked at it, I was under the assumption that P was 0.4 as it is given there.
Okay, here, this is the question that most of the people failed because they couldn't understand the question. If you're going to maintain our P as 0.4 and our Q as 0.6, then you need to also maintain that the 4 will be on the what? On the 0.6, which is on the other side. Because here we're no longer talking about people who do not what? Complete. The 40% represents people who failed to complete their degrees, where 60% is for the people who actually get the degree. So the questionnaire has changed now. If the question is asking, find the probability that half out of 6, more than half who fail to get their degrees, would have done it the normal way. So to avoid you getting confused, I'll just swap it for you so that you don't get confused. So P 0.6, you put it becomes the people who get their degrees. Then those that don't get their degrees is what? 0.4. Are you understanding what I'm trying to get to?
Yes, I think I've pointed out where the confusion was. Thank you.
For most of you who got this question wrong in the paper is because you didn't understand here. Do you remember?
Hi, Collins.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
What have you gotten?
0.544.
0.544. Uh-huh. The others?
I got the same.
0.544.
443.
Collins,
Huh?
will we still get the same answer if we say we go by first calculating the probabilities of those who did not get the degrees and subtract that from 1?
Yes, we still get the same answer.
Okay. Okay. So if you use the if you use the other method, then at the end of the day you need to subtract it from 1.
Yes, that's the thing.
If you maintain the okay.
Okay. So this was question more than half. So meaning our P, more than half, we're talking about probabilities of what? 3, 4, and 5. So probability of 4, you get 0.31104. Probability of 5 is 0.8664. Probability of this one here, when you add them, you get 0.54. Is that what you got? So 5 marks was given for this. Okay. All right, so I will end here. I'll send
I have a
this.
question.
Uh-huh.
How do I know 0.4 should be raised to power 2?
0.4 raised to power what?
2.
2.
When we're finding x is equal to 4,
Yes.
probability that x is equal to 4, yes.
It's raised to power 2.
Yes, how do I know it should be raised to power 2, or what power it should be raised to?
Okay.
-4.
I don't know how I can answer that.
Mr. Collins,
Uh-huh.
maybe to just mention that the formula up there just gives the guide of whether which power or subtracting the, like as in the screen here.
This formula here will guide you which one has a 2. The 4 comes there, the remainder is the difference between 6 and 4, which is a 2. Okay, we'll do this again during the weekend. For now, let me end here. Please study hard. We have so much to do. Our scripture reading is going to be from 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 1 to 7. I hope you have Bibles on your laptop. 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 1 to 7. Are we there? Who would want to read for us? Second Kings chapter.
2 Kings 4, 1 to 7. Elisha and the widow's oil.
Exactly.
A certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophet cried out to Elisha, saying, Your servant, my husband is dead, and you know that your servant feared the Lord, and the creditor is coming to take my 2 sons to be his slave. So Elisha said to her, What shall I do for you? Tell me, what do you have in the house? And she said, Your maidservant has nothing in the house but a jar of oil. Then he said, Go borrow vessels from everywhere, from all your neighbors, empty vessels. Do not gather just a few. But when you have come in, you shall shut the door behind you and your sons, then pour it into all these vessels and set aside the full ones. So she went from him and shut the door behind her and her sons, who brought the vessels to her, and she poured it out. Now it came to pass when the vessels were full, and she said to her son, Bring me another vessel. And she said to her, There is not another vessel. So the oil ceased.